And you may already notice how life has this funny way of proving its point over and over until you get it. Like a cosmic teacher with a ruler that smacks your knuckles every time you cling to being right. That's ego's classroom. And karma. Karma's the curriculum. Now imagine zooming all the way up, chunking to the big picture, seeing not just today's arguments, but the trajectory of your life 10 years down the line. If you cling to being right, you'll notice how conversations dry up, friendships wither, opportunities evaporate, like a tree that refuses to bend in the wind, cracking under storms it could have danced with. You'll be left bitter, isolated, respected, only by your own stubborn pride. But if you flex, if you practice humility in motion, then life becomes a flowing river that carries you. People lean in, not away, doors swing open, respect multiplies. New possibilities sprout like seeds in spring soil. And isn't it curious? The very skill the ego hates most, humility, is the one skill that unlocks power, connection, longevity, and joy. Here's a fun twist. You already do this. Think about when you play a game with a child and you let them win. That's humility disguised as play. You already know how to flex. Now imagine taking that same skill and scaling it up in business, in relationships, in your own self-talk. Letting go of being right so you can win in the ways that matter. And doesn't your unconscious already know how to do this? That part of you that laughs at yourself when you screw up, instead of spiraling. The part of you that adapts instantly when life shifts. That's the muscle. That's the seed. Now chunk it up again. Imagine humanity as a species. If we stay obsessed with being right, tribe against tribe, nation against nation, we burn it all down. That's the karmic punishment of collective ego, suffering at scale. But if we learn humility, adaptability, curiosity, we evolve, we survive, we thrive. We colonize stars not by force, but by flex. So, isn't it obvious now? The skill you practice in one small argument is the same skill that steers civilizations. And let's have some drama. Picture karma like a bouncer at the door of life. You swagger up, shouting, "I'm right, I'm right." And karma folds its arms and says, "Not tonight, asshole." But when you bow your head, show respect, flow with the rhythm, karma smiles, waves you in, and suddenly you're at the table where the real game is played. Which future do you prefer? The one where you're outside yelling through the glass, or the one where you're inside laughing, growing, respected, invited, connected? And here's the twist. Every time you feel that itch to prove yourself right, your unconscious will remind you of this image. The oak that snapped, the bamboo that bent, the lonely one outside the door, the one laughing inside, and you'll choose automatically, effortlessly, to flex, to adapt, to flow. Because the truth is simple. Humility is power, ego is prison, karma is the teacher, adaptation is the graduation. And from this moment on, every conversation, every challenge, every crossroads, your unconscious remembers. You're not here to be right. You're here to grow. And growth is respect. And respect is freedom. Now notice how it feels inside, knowing the future that opens when you bend like bamboo, versus the suffering when you snap like oak. Your unconscious can already decide which path it prefers. And as you imagine stepping into that flexible, adaptive, humble self, notice how your whole body already knows the relief, the freedom, the lightness of not needing to be right, and instead choosing to be alive.